snuff the rooster. Anyway, that'll probably get flagged for copyright. That's Alice in Chains' song, The Rooster. It's a great song. Especially the MTV Unplugged version. Great band if you don't know who they are, if you're too young to know who they are. You should get into them. 90s sort of punk, kind of grunge. Anyway, really good band. Going to draw a rooster. So I'm on a landscape page, pencil eraser, hip pose if I go too fast. We're going to start with his head. I'm going to fit in all of the body apart from like his legs, because we don't like drawing legs on this channel. We just don't do it. No legs. Like PewDiePie has no legs. That whole thing. We've no legs on this channel. No legs here. Anyway, the eye. So curves around here. Right, and it's standard sort of eye shape. It's like grain of rice shape, like that. And he's got this big golden eye on the inside, right? So you just do the back of that eye there, and then his pupil in the middle. And just we'll color that dark. So you can add a highlight if you want. You can either draw it, or you can use white paint or something just to dip. After you color the gold, you can just drop a dab of that on top to give a highlight. It's a neat trick. So then he's gnarly. So this area is all like bumpy, right? So he's got like lots of eye lines and things coming around here. And a bit of an eyebrow sort of thing going on above that, right? So like curves down this way. Kind of this kind of frowning, kind of wrinkly area that goes back up here. Right? Comes around the back here. Right, now all these little texture wrinkle lines and stuff, there is lots on them. So this will go like down towards the beak then, right? And like the distance between the beak and the eye is about eye like distance. So like the width of his eye will fit in between the beak and the eye, right? So the beak could be like here, starting here. It's all this wrinkly stuff. And he has those skin flaps that come down this way, right? So his beak starts here, and you can fit like an eye from here to here, roughly. They're such cool creatures. It's like you realize animals are so cool when you draw them. And then he's got like more sort of wrinkly stuff here. Right, so his ear, right? So hens and roosters, their ears are like covered by this hairy sort of thing. This patch of little hair just here, or feather. So this is his actual ear, right? His ear is in behind this. It's like a protector. And then he has the rest of his comb kind of like bumps down around here. I think this is just a Rhode Island red rooster. That's what it looks like to me anyway. All right, so then this will have like some more bumping kind of parts to it, and like maybe like a bumpy sort of edge line and stuff. And like his skin is like real bumpy on his face, so it has like these circles and stuff, dots and things. Just adding texture like that. And then this will eventually join these big round guys that come down under his beak. So I guess we got to draw his beak first. So his beak points out here, right? And then the underneath comes down, and you got like the sharp top. And then this is his mouth that goes back this way. You can't see his nostril. There's usually like a nostril in here, but it's because he's got his big red comb on top. So then these flaps that come down the bottom, right? So there's like these big things here go around, join the other side of his face there. And then the other side, so we got like his chin in there, and then we'll put like another one on the other side just here. So these move and stuff, so you don't have to do it like exactly like mine. Put a little flap on this here. And then maybe like a line just for his face and some more sort of wrinkles and stuff all here. Lots of texture. Right, roughly like that. So then top, right, of his comb, or this is the comb, I think that's the official name for it. Right, and it goes back this way. And these can be round or pointy. And some of them can be floppy sometimes, you know, they can fall over, but we'll just do one that sticks up. Right, that kind of thing. And then we'll just add like some texture on this as well. So like stuff coming up here, right? So like a little ridge. There, like coming up this way maybe. So lots of this dirt and sort of texture lines and things. Do as much of this as you want. You could always just color it red or shade it. That would work too. But that's basically all I'll do for that. Kind of leave it like that. So his body now. So we'll get like the main, so this is like a feathery neck, right? So it'll go like, it'll have these little sort of spikes every now and then coming down like this. And this becomes his back and joins his poofy tail somewhere here. And the feathers at the front, again, kind of like furry sort of line like this. And this, his body, his chest sort of comes down here. And this eventually joins a leg, right? So we can see a bit of the leg. It's kind of feathery, and his foot going off that way. So a couple of sections, right? Feather sections. So we've got like this golden part that comes down here, and then a bit that curves off his back, and then there's like his big wing on the side of his body here. So we'll do this section first that kind of comes down onto his back, right, and comes around this way. So you'll just add these sort of spiking feather lines like this, right? And you know, you can add them going that way. Texture lines going up here if you want. But we'll just draw the edge mostly. So these come the whole way around his body. You might have ones in between, you know, underneath. You know, so like some underneath there, like, and then lines like going up the center. So these would be like feathers and texture and all that. And there's lots of texture on him now. We'll just add these texture lines just to indicate that this is a real furry sort of feathery section of his body, and it's not like smooth skin or anything. So that's the thing with drawings. Texture lines are your friend. See, it makes this area, the texture, look different to this. So, and the human brain kind of just fills it in. It goes, oh yeah, that's feathers. Right? So now they kind of come down his back, right? So what they'll do is they'll flow down this way. So you'll have, so this becomes, so this is his back, and then these all like flow down here. So they'll go, the best way to do this, we'll start on this side maybe. So we'll go like this way. Right, so they start to flow along his back here and over, and they'll kind of like overlap one another a little bit. Like this kind of thing. Right, that's what we're going for. So curving along his side. Maybe some in between. And it'll go all around his back. And the feathers will eventually get bigger up here. Right, so they'll start to get just a bit more to them. Like going around here. And they become tail feathers then, eventually in here. So you'll have ones sort of sticking off this way. So this sort of poopy kind of section, right? So it's fluffy, kind of furry little section here, these kind of feathers, right? So it's kind of like, so short kind of fur. And I'll put some sort of texture lines on this as well. But it's like a real downy fluff sort of area. And it's just white, kind of like that. And then big feathers grow out from this, right? And all down the side. But I'll just finish this section of his body first. So we've got like a big section of his wing here, right? That like comes down this way. Right, like that. And this will like curve around a couple of times like this. So these are his big wings and stuff. Let me see, I'll have like going up there, and this section of feather comes around here. So you'll have, so this is like feather, and you could draw in the whole lot, you know, or you could do something like this, just some like overlapping kind of things like this. Basic feather. Basic feather lines there like that. And they go up underneath all that fur. Okay, and these are all, you know, these are bigger feather lines. So they'll have those big feather sections. Right, and we can just see the back of his leg here. There's some texture on it. And then if you want, just clean these lines up a little bit once you get them in their proper positions and stuff like that. Okay, so right, so now big tail feathers. Okay, so we'll just start we'll start at the top here and we'll go, yeah, let's just go out from here, right? So big sort of tail feather down into there, and then they're kind of droopy, so they sort of hang. All right, and then like another big one here. So this is, it kind of flows this way, right? So sort of just go down like that. And then there's like some that stick up underneath this. So it like comes around here, back down that way. And another big one here. Okay, so kind of complicated now. So pause it if I'm going too fast. So a good thing with feathers sometimes is to do, you take these little sort of chunks out of them, makes them look like just more feathery. And then these kind of, you know, texture lines on them like that. We'll put another one down here, and under there. Maybe another one just like sticking down here. And then he has these big arching ones that go the whole way around. Right, so like, say like here, so we'll just go. Like real big. Right, so this one will go back around the top, right near the top of my page and down. Might go off my page a little bit there actually. And then the center line for that here. Another one sort of goes off that way. Another one here. I just ran out a little bit of room there, but it just hooks around the top. And I like smudged my pen. And we'll put some more inside here. Doop. Just in underneath. Going down this way. Right. Right, so then what you can do is like, sometimes it's good to like just thicken up some of your edge. I'll just do that quick. Right, so I just thickened up some of the lines on the feathers just to make them stand out a little bit more, and I went around my edge. This just makes things stand out and stuff, differentiates objects that overlap. That's the main reason for it. But there it is. That is how to draw the rooster. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.